We turn our attention now to the men's C division. This is a quarterfinal game between the Calgary Blazers in the white and the Toronto Plugs in the blue. This is a second versus third crossover. Again, in the C division, there were 6 teams split into 2 divisions, 3 teams each. First place team is an automatic bye into the semifinals. Toronto Plugs finished second in Division 1. Calgary Blazers finished third in Division 2. The Blazers actually had more points than the Plugs. Plugs 1 win, 2 losses. Calgary Blazers a win, a loss, and a tie. So they had 3 points at the end of the preliminary round. Toronto Plugs had 2. Again, because in different divisions, the way it shaked out. Calgary finished third, and theirs they were tied, 3 points each with the Saskatoon Lads, but by virtue of losing their game against the Saskatoon Lads, Saskatoon gets second place in Division 2. So Saskatoon is playing the Fraser Valley Outlaws in the other quarterfinal on one of the other surfaces. Same with this one. The 2 winners will move on to play the Edmonton Killer Bees and the Toronto Monsters, who finished first place in their respective divisions. Got all that straight? If not, go to the CBHA website. All the information is there. It's all updated. What we need to know is this is Toronto, Calgary. Winner moves to the semifinals. Loser is done. And this is our first look at the Calgary Blazers on our webcast. We did 1 game with the Toronto Plugs earlier in the tournament, or in the championship. Turner got it to the front of the goal, goes in behind. Victor Deng in goal for Toronto. And there's a takedown in the corner. Calgary goaltender knocked down the Toronto player. Referee just looked at it. So carry on, boys. Player gets run over at center. Ryan Rodwell of Calgary had his helmet knocked off. Going to show off the flow. Rodway a little anxious. Ryan Rodwell. Miller chips it to himself, brings it in. He had Wadji cutting for the front of the goal. Rodwell overran it. Brought in by Patrick and then gets sent back. Rodwell can't get free. Calgary trying to move it out. They do. Rodwell will chip it in. Chasing after it is Patrick. Patrick for Calgary. He turned it over. Jaggard passed it back to Lafreniere, and then he had it knocked off his stick, so he's got to go all the way back into his own end. Slap pass off the boards, comes out into center, and then is dumped in. Going in to try and forecheck was Nichols. Toronto got to it first. Back comes Calgary. Stopped at center. Rung around the boards. It'll come out to center. Play right down below us. Back into the Toronto end. Borica had it taken away. Calgary player had it knocked off his stick. Not much in the way of offense yet. It's been a pretty good defensive struggle. Let's see what happens here. It's played in, just kicked away, and then it was loose in front of the crease. Back at the point. The shot by Diaz was blocked. Diaz has it again. Down into the corner it goes. Zimmer. Both referees have their hands in the air, and I believe a tripping penalty is about to be called. It will go against Calgary. Marcel Stone gone to the penalty box. So the first power play of the game belongs to the Toronto Plugs. Comes with 15:54 to go here in the first. No score. Singh couldn't hold it in. It's played out, so Singh has to come back into his own end. It's a good play by Rodwell. In over the blue line. And out. Zamiski that time for Calgary. Elviles. Pass across on this side to Jogiet. He'll clear it in. Elviles. Back at center. Jogiet. Elviles. Elviles with a shot right on goal. The save is made. Rebound is there and put wide. Rodwell gets to it. Tried to clear it out. Went into the penalty box area and came back out. So the faceoff will come back down into the Calgary end. From the faceoff, it goes behind the goal. Fraser wins the battle and gets it down the floor for Calgary. That was Admani. Played it in. Now it'll come back to Admani as they get it in over the blue line. Down along the left boards. Shot ripped in there by Jogiet, but that came off a player's leg wide. Toronto still on the power play. That one got through. Save was made. Not much time left in the penalty. Just a few seconds to go. Miller. Now the penalty's over. That shot ricochets wide. So we're back to even strength. Comes right out in front. What a chance there for Miller, and he's robbed. That's the best chance of the game. Nasturzio got it in for Toronto, comes back, kept in, long shot, ricochets around, rattles around, then put wide. Nasturzio with a chance in front. This is Nasturzio again, all over this shift. Around behind the goal. Tries to reverse it. He'll chase it down now in the far corner. Tried to play it back. Comes right back to Nasturzio. Toronto pressing. All Toronto right now on this shift. That shot, another save made. Ball's kept in. Winding up for the one-timer was Daly, and he had his stick lifted at the last second. Then Calgary say, enough of that. We'll just send it down the floor. We'll get some fresh legs out there. Try and catch our breath. Face-off win for Toronto. Back to the point. Shot comes in. That's whipped just wide. Turner got there first for Calgary. Zamiski will shoot it in. Off the stick of Deng into the corner. And now it's Toronto's turn to send it down the floor. A message from Napper. Singh with it in the corner. Lifts it high in the air out at center. Back to get that, Marcel Stone. 0 for 2, Lafreniere. Turner can't get free. Cleared to the boards by Toronto. They'll get it and chip it, not out. Kept in by McKee. Lafreniere gets to it. Zamiski. Long shot in. Deng's got that and will hold on. .8:35 gone in the opening period. No score between the Toronto Plugs and the Calgary Blazers men's quarterfinal. It's chopped down the floor and it'll go into the players' bench. Zimmer to face off against Waji. Waji won it. Edmonton, they moved in on him quickly, but Toronto able to move it out. Waji with it. Over to Atkinson. Calgary move it up the floor. As far as the blue line, they'll get it in. Jax White did good work, but the ball is sent back out again. So he had won the battle initially along the blue line. Comes to an open area. On it first, White. Shot kicked away by Deng. White going into the corner. Zimmer couldn't get a stick on it. Ball goes high in the air. To get it is ends. And the ball just bouncing around at center. Another giveaway at center. And then a takeaway. Go back and forth. Jogiat. Drop pass. Shot. Save is made. It's Derek Pelizan in goal for Calgary. Got a stick on that. Nice little move at the blue line to get himself free was Jax White. White got it in front, shot well over the top of the goal by Fraser. Rodwell stays on it, looking for White. White has it. Back at center. White keeps it onside, threw it in front. Rodwell turns, shoots. Save made by Deng. Jaggard bats it into the corner. Racing there first, Patrick. Patrick and Bajwa battling, and now everybody else joins the fray, and Toronto comes away with it. Players right below us. Rodwell took a swing at it, missed it. Cutting inside, now getting to the outside, and then having it taken away was the Toronto player. Sent down the floor, and that'll be a flooring call. A little ragged right now at this stage of this game. A lot on the line. As I say, you win, you go to the semis, you lose, you go home. That's what most of today is going to be. Elimination Saturday. The field gets trimmed down. Daly in to take the face-off for Toronto. Ball goes to the boards. Now in behind the goal. Toronto with possession. Now it's taken away by Calgary. Clear it down the floor. Singh turns. Sends it the other way. That will go wide of the goal. And that will be a flooring call against Toronto. Diaz pushed against the boards. So he was trying to get it out. Gets a little help from his teammates, but they won't get it out. Kept in by McKee of Calgary. Put down into the corner. Turner. Diaz heads up as the ball comes up into the stands down to our left. Marcel Stone. Stone shot was blocked by Klein. Ball bounces into Deng, and Deng will hold on. A correction on the Toronto player, number 28, Clear, not Klein. Face-off won by Toronto. They'll get it out. Kept in. Good play at the center red line by Admani. This is Clear. Out in front. You can't get a shot away. Good defensive play by Fraser of Calgary. Jacobs plays it off the boards, taken away. I believe the referee has called a hand pass. Isn't quite sure where the whistle went, but the face-off comes back into the Toronto end. Johnson to take the face-off against Sammy. Sammy wins it into the corner. Taken away. Rodwell tried to throw it in front. Ball comes up along the boards. Atkinson's on it. Atkinson for Toronto. Clear has it. Clear turns. That goes out of play as it went off the stick of Jaggard. Much like the last game, no score late in the first period. 6:22 to go, still 0-0. That shot did not get through. It comes right back to Atkinson, then bounces up as he had all kinds of trouble with the ball over along the boards. Went up, touched somebody over at the Toronto bench. Last touch by a Calgary player. So it was knocked off the stick of Atkinson. Right from the faceoff, a shot came in, was blocked and sent back down the floor. Bajwa, twisting, turning, gets it up along the boards to Miller. And then Miller will send it down the floor, and it'll be a flooring call against Toronto. Miller got it only as far as center, played back in by Jason Gress. Atkinson to Alvilas, and that is offside. Calgary control it from the faceoff. The pass much too high, much too hard for McKee. And another flooring call. Things have ground to a little bit of a halt in this game. Series of flooring calls. Balls going out of play. Faceoff win for Toronto. Shot from outside, did not get through. That was Diaz. Now Diaz has to come back and get it. Stolen away. Samiski, his shot goes wide. Net is moved. That's the reason for the whistle. .5:06 left, opening period, no score. Zimiski will take the face-off for Calgary. Comes right in front of the goal, then goes into the corner. Zimiski's on it. Zimiski being watched there by Diaz. It's played to the boards. Toronto will try and move it out. They do get it out over center. And coming back, Turner tried to feed it in front for Zimiski. Lifted high in the air and out and down the floor by Singh. It will not be enough for flooring, I don't think. No, it will not. Play will continue. Funny bounce off the boards. Atkinson fed it across. They score! What a gift. As that took a very strange bounce off the boards. They try and throw it around. Here it comes up, and instead of going to the Calgary player there, bounces right out in front. Atkinson's got it, feeds it across, and it is 1-0 for the Toronto Plugs. Tough break for Calgary.
Go Blazers, get it back, boys.
Goal comes with 4:26 to go in the first period. Calgary trying to answer. Ball is still loose. Now it goes into the corner. On it first, Zimmer. Zimmer for Calgary. They go down the floor. Face-off will come back in the Toronto end. Toronto move it out. They'll race it down the left side. Alviles was stopped there, and again offside. Alviles again. That's two pretty good looking rushes he's had that have been called back due to offside. Face-off win for Calgary. Chip it ahead to White. White with a breakaway. Hit the goal post. Beat the outstretched glove of the goaltender, but it hit the post. Dax White has looked very good here in this first period. Ball bouncing down to Pelizin. And that goes all the way down the floor. Stolen away by the Blazers. Brought in is Patrick out there with Rodwell and Johnson. That ball goes out of play into the mesh down in the corner. Faceoff will stay in the Toronto end. Thrown in behind the goal, comes out on the other side. Trying to pinch in there was Enns. He does. Ball came out in front. Toronto intercept and come away. And a high stick. Rodwell's stick got up into the face of Marco Diaz. And Diaz is down at center. He got clipped. Inadvertent high stick, but he definitely was clipped as he was bringing it out over center. So Rodwell is going to go, I believe. And it'll be 4 minutes high sticking. So a 4-minute power play now for Toronto on that inadvertent high stick. Face-off win for Toronto. Admani. Jogiet down in along the boards. And Calgary win the battle down in the corner and clear it down the floor. Here's Admani. Jogiet makes a move. Can't get it in over the blue line. Now they will. This is clear. And again, Calgary win the board battle. Third time. Toronto unable to penetrate the Calgary defense at the blue line so far on this power play. And again, it's knocked down. Up high, Deng jumps up, catches it, leaves it for Jogiet. Money will dump it in, out to play it. Pelizan. Poked away by Lafreniere, and down the floor it goes again. About a minute and a half gone in the 4-minute penalty to Rodwell. Pelizan stops it behind the goal, plays it to the boards. Lafreniere gets to it. It's held in by Toronto. Back at the point. Now they'll set up. That's broken. Cleared back to the boards. Good play by Lafreniere to intercept that pass. We come back to Jogiet. Admani. Right into the slot. The save is made by Pelizan as the ball came to Jamil Waji, and he is stopped. First good scoring chance for Toronto in this power play. 38.5 seconds to go in the period. If they don't score, the penalty will carry over into the second period for another minute and 20 seconds. Toronto won the faceoff. Calgary intercepted it, and good work by Jacobs to get it down the floor. Half a minute to go in the period. They get it in. It's Borica back at the point. Bajwa comes back to Singh. Singh with a shot. Clear with the rebound, put it wide. Another backhand wide. Kept in. Time will run out. Bajwa unable to get the shot away. So a minute 20 left to go in the power play for Toronto. When we come back to start the second period, they lead it 1-0 over the Calgary Blazers in this men's quarterfinal. We'll be back in just under 5 minutes from now with period number 2. You're watching the Canadian Ball Hockey Association men's BC&D and the women's B National Championships. We are in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Back in a minute. 1-0 for the Toronto Plugs over the Calgary Blazers as we get set to start the second period. Still a minute 20 seconds left to go in the high-sticking penalty to Ryan Rodwell of Calgary as we start this second. Toronto lead it 1-0. This is a quarterfinal game. And I think we are just about ready to go. And the second period has started. Again, Toronto on the power play. It's knocked down at center. They had one good scoring chance towards the end of the first period on this 4-minute penalty to Calgary. But for the most part, Calgary did a great job in keeping Toronto out of their own end. And here they come again, short-handed. Zimmer. Singh for Toronto couldn't get it in over, and Calgary will shoot it down the floor again. That was Johnson. That's pretty much the way the power play went towards the end of the first period as well, other than, as I say, that one chance. Now they're forced back again. Admani. Ball goes up in the air at center. Just cleared down the floor by McKee. Just a couple of seconds left to go in the penalty to Rodwell as he steps out of the penalty box and is replaced immediately. He goes to the bench as Calgary get in a line change, get the penalty killers off. Knockdown by Enns. Enns got it in for Calgary. Now Calgary will set up. Shot over the top of the goal. Johnson let it go. Calgary continuing the pressure in the Toronto end. McKee. Zimiski had it go between his feet. Coming over to get it was Enns. Threw it in front, rebound was there, and that's put just wide. Great opportunity for McKee, and the goaltender for Toronto, Victor Deng, has been shaken up. He seems to be okay, gets back to his feet. He'll get the net put back. Deng will grab a drink of water. That pretty much cures everything. Great opportunity a second ago for Kyle McKee as he dove to get to that rebound, and it came off his stick and went just wide of the post. Terrific penalty kill by Calgary. They killed off that 4 minutes, really gave up just the one scoring opportunity. And from the face-off, the ball goes in behind the Toronto goal. Corey Clear. Dangerous pass up the middle, picked off, shot goes in wide. Clear's got it again. Held in by Gregoire. That's Gregoris. Can't read my own printing again. Jacobs stopped at center. Back comes Toronto. Clear. He got it to Turley. Turley put it in the corner and it's taken away. Patrick, and that goes out of play. Big number 25 in there for Calgary, Marcel Stone. Rodwell hops on it. Rodwell from outside the blue line, cleared it in, that stays in play. He'll go get it himself. Rodwell in around behind the goal, threw it out in front. Lafreniere couldn't hold it in. It comes out. Swept in there by Waji. Lafreniere to Stone. Hit it, knocked off his stick, taken away. Pass across in front of the goal. Atkinson made the pass. It's picked off. Rodwell at center makes a nice move. Rodwell 2-on-1. Pass too far for Patrick. Nidzinski. His pass was picked off. Things open up just a little bit. Rodwell's pass was behind his teammate, and that'll go for flooring against Calgary. In behind the play, the referee down to our left has called a penalty against Toronto. Holding the stick is the indication. Calgary's first power play opportunity. Face-off was not done properly. Toronto player will be waved out. Will be clear against Zimiski. Zimiski wins it. Now Calgary will set up here on the power play. Enns is the point man. Ball goes high in the air. Comes back to Enns, does a good job to hold it in. Turner into the middle. Ball bounced on him as he tried to get the shot away, and it goes into the corner. Frazier on it. Turner. Back to Enns. Zimiski to Enns. Shot it in, was looking for a deflection, didn't put a lot on it. Was hoping somebody could get a stick on it. It went to the corner, and Toronto come up with it. Knocked down at the blue line by Turley. Back comes Calgary. Turner lost it. Toronto will dump it in shorthanded. Cleared in by Zimiski, and the ball goes up into the mesh, out of play. Minute 1 left to go in the power play. The faceoff will move all the way down to just outside the Calgary blue line. Calgary win it. Stone tried to spring the breakaway pass up to Johnson, and that was broken up. Lafreniere. Stone missed that, tried to play it with his foot. Only about a dozen seconds now left in the power play. Lafreniere with it, offside. 9 seconds left in this power play for Calgary. They trail it 1-0. We saw them kill off a few penalties earlier. This time Toronto doing a good job. Only a few seconds left, and the ball will come outside. So that will essentially do it. Penalty is now over. Toronto has killed it off. McKee to the front of the goal, cleared by Toronto, and back they come. Swing it here on the near side. Racing onto it. Borica tried to feed it out in front. Shot knocked down by the defense in front, off the hand of Stone. One-handed into the corner by Whittlefield. It'll come around here to the near boards. That went a little bit too high, out of play. Face-off will come outside the blue line. Teams will change. We'll take a quick break. Shot knocked down by Pelizon. That shot right in the pants. It goes between. 5-hole. They score. First shot came in high. Pelizon made the save. Comes back to the point. Alviles with the shot. That one just snuck between the pads. Here's the celebration by Alviles as Toronto now has taken a 2-0 lead. Timeout has been called by Calgary. Big goal there by the Toronto Plugs. Suddenly it's a 2-goal lead. You know, people say a 2-goal lead is the worst lead in hockey. What nonsense. If it was, you'd decline that goal. I understand what they mean. You feel like you're well ahead and it's comfortable, but I'll take a 2-goal lead over a 1-goal lead any day. And I bet Toronto are happy they are up by 2 as opposed to just by 1. Comes with 12:53 left to go in regulation time. Fraser. He's stopped as he gets in over the blue line. Almost given away. Ball is loose. Calgary are on it. They throw it in front. Shot doesn't get through on goal as it went through the crease, came out the other side. Played in by Enns. Everybody in along those boards, and it comes out in a shot by Fraser. Good scoring opportunity there for the Calgary Blazers. Ends. Around the board, stops up, forced back. It's played out in front, ball is loose. Cleared away by Calgary. To the boards. On it, Zimmer. Zimmer in over the blue line, he goes down. Ball comes here to an open wing, getting there first is Toronto. In over the blue line. Taken away. Ball rolls down to Deng. He's not going to take any chances. He'll cover it up. .820 gone here in the second. Hand pass. Face-off will be just outside the blue line. Try that again. Players in behind. Moved prematurely. Who's going to get sent out? Toronto. Okay. Atkinson comes in to take the face-off against Zimmer. Atkinson won it cleanly. Pass a little bit too far there for Miller. Calgary will bring it back in. Offside. Over on the left side, ahead of the play just a little bit, was Jacobs. This time Zimmer won the faceoff. McKee to the blue line, no further. Lafreniere cleared it to an open wing. Lafreniere, Atkinson chasing him. They'll go to the corner. Atkinson with a chance, a second chance. Big save by Pelizan. Lafreniere throws it around the boards, picked up over on the far side there by White. He has it taken away. That shot by Whittlefield was kicked away. Slow pass, Atkinson's got it. Sliding in to block that was Stone. 2-on-1 shaping up here. They get it across. Shot came in and that was blocked. Jacobs had a chance. Pass was just a little bit behind him. He had to reach back for it. Knocked off the stick of Grigoris. Over to Jaggard. Tried to dump it in. Hit somebody there at the blue, and now Calgary will bring it in. Shot from well out. Goes wide. Johnson let it go. Here's Johnson again with another shot. That one stopped by Deng as he got the blocker on it and redirects it up and out of play. Toronto player over by the boards. Niedzinski moved early. Face-off win for Calgary. Shot one off a leg to the boards. Patrick in the corner, in behind the goal. Couple of Toronto players on him. Patrick goes down, quickly back to his feet. Rodwell in looking for it. Rodwell's got it. Patrick takes it off the boards, tried to give it back to Rodwell. Pass misfired and Toronto will come away. Niedzinski with a breakaway. Niedzinski backhand. Oh, tried to do the old drag it across play, but the ball went beyond his reach. The one hand backhand. Turner clears in red on goal. Deng's got that. Calgary were on the delayed offside, so they couldn't go in and forecheck. Deng then had to passed the ball to one of his teammates. There was no Calgary player within about 15, 20 feet of him or more. Giveaway right in front shot. That was blocked by the sliding defender, Admani, I believe that was. White had it in the slot. It's Nasturzio with the block. Scramble in front, and Deng has got that as well.
Keep going, boys.
That's tipped. Calgary on it again. A shot well wide. Ricochets out towards the far point. Fraser trying to hold it in for Calgary. Fraser will drive it down in deep. He'll go into the corner. Clear comes away for Toronto. Clear in over the blue line, dumps it into the corner. Turley in there first for Toronto. Turley pinned to the boards. He and Enns got all tangled up. Enns now has it. Pass too hard for Zimiski. White couldn't pull the triggers. He had the ball. There has been a penalty called against Toronto. Interference to Ryan Atkinson. Down by 2, just 7:12 left to go. Calgary really needs to try and take advantage of this one. They have not had a lot of really quality scoring chances. They won't get one immediately on this power play as it's cleared down the floor. Pelizan had to make the save. Tipped in. This is Admani. Hard around the boards. And out it comes. Jaggard will take the ball from Pelizan. And out it comes once again. Calgary will change. Jaggard goes off. Enns came on and no better result. Again, it's picked off the blue line. Here they come short-handed. Backhand put just wide by Jogiet. Calgary shoot it in. It'll be kept in. Enns. Only about 30 seconds to go in the power play. Enns. Shot a weak one by Turner. Save was made by Deng. Ball comes to the boards. Enns. Back to Turner. White is looking for it. Squirts loose and Toronto are on it. They clear it down the floor and that'll pretty much do it for the power play. Pelizan forced to come out and play it. Taken away and the penalty is now over. Calgary really didn't do much with that, but now here's a chance. Zimmer. Save is made by Deng. Penalty holding. Zimmer asking for a penalty shot. Referee says nope. Just a holding. So Calgary will get another chance. Didn't do much for that last opportunity. See what they can do now. .5:03. That's the time remaining here in regulation time. Johnson to face off against Turley. Toronto get to it first and send it down the floor. Nobody touched it. Flooring call. So this power play starting off pretty much the way the last one ended, with not much good happening for the Calgary Blazers. Time running out on the Calgary Blazers. They need to make something happen. They have the power play. And another penalty has been called. This one also going against Toronto. Tripping. So now a two-man advantage for the Blazers. Key moment in the game right here. About a minute and a half left to go in the initial penalty. So a fairly lengthy, protracted 5-on-3 for the Calgary Blazers. And they do not win the faceoff. That's a key part of that. Ends across to White. White dumps it in on Dang. White gets to the rebound. It's kicked towards the goal. Toronto get to it, and they will clear it. And then offside. Jax White with a chance a moment ago for Calgary. He got the shot on goal and then chased down his own rebound. Couldn't beat Deng. And then after the one shot, Toronto were able to clear. Calgary brought it up and we're offside. White. 1 minute to go in the 5-on-3. White. You get it in over the blue line, but nothing more. And 5-on-3, folks, this is just not good execution by Calgary. Now they've got it. Ends. That shot over the top of the goal. It hit above the red line. So the faceoff again comes outside. Just about 30 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. Again, Calgary unable to get control of it, even in the Toronto end with the two-man advantage. Ends. Now they get it in. It's just onside. First penalty's over. 5-on-4 now. Shot, save, rebound is in the crease. Again, Toronto get to it. They win every ball battle. Only 10 seconds to go in the 5-on-4. It's knocked down by Ends. Now the second penalty has ended. It's 5-on-5. Don't know if the Toronto player realized that the penalty had expired as he shot it down the floor. Sometimes it's a great penalty kill. Sometimes it's just lack of execution and a poor power play. Calgary net is empty with 2:10 to go. They trail by a couple. Right at the blue line, there's quite a battle going on, and it comes out, chipped down the floor by Toronto, but that's going to be a flooring call against the Toronto Plugs. Under 2 minutes to go now. Let's get in one last message from Napper. Calgary player moved prematurely, so Zimmer will be replaced at the face-off dot by Jacobs. Toronto win it, send it down the floor. Will be another flooring call. That took 5 seconds off the clock. Every time the ball goes to the boards, every time there's a loose ball, Toronto has won it. There's yet another example. That one up and touched the mesh, so face-off will stay right there. Goaltender Pelazan will have to come back into the goal. 1:31 to go now. Again, it goes into the mesh down in that corner to our left. Daly to take the face-off for Toronto. It's put in wide of the goal. Enns has it. Enns to White. Good pass to Lafreniere, then into the middle. They hit Fraser. Fraser will clear it in. Goaltender's gone to the bench again for the extra attacker for Calgary. To the boards and down the floor. Calgary come up with it, back at the point. White, his shot, that is blocked. Comes back to White, over to Enns. In the corner. Shot does not get through, rattles around in front of the goaltender, cleared to the boards. 35 seconds to go. White, wrist shot, scores! There is life, perhaps. Enns gets it over to White. As I said, White has been, I think, Calgary's best player. His wrist shot looks like it went between the pads of the goaltender. And Calgary back within one. 31.3 seconds left. Couldn't do anything with a couple of power plays. And then with the goalie pulled, they get one. As teams take a timeout, let's take our final break and be back with the last 31.3 seconds of this one. Net is still empty for Calgary. Don't have time to see who wins the faceoff. They've got to get him out and get it down the floor. They do. Now they'll go in to forecheck. In their first, Zimmer ends with a shot towards goal. It's deflected just wide. They came oh so close. Another chance, backhand, cleared by Toronto at the last second. White's got it again. White with a shot. Scramble in front. Players are down. The ball is under the Toronto player. Finally, the whistle goes with 5.4. Where was all this 5-6 minutes ago from Calgary? This sense of urgency that suddenly is running through the team. 2-3 good chances in that last sequence. Comes down to the faceoff. 5.4 seconds. Zimmer to take the faceoff for Calgary. White is the trigger man. Toronto win the faceoff, get it in the corner. They'll try and hold it there. They do. They all pile in. Time's going to run out, and this game is over. Great finish. Calgary, they couldn't have really come any closer prior to that faceoff to scoring and tying this up and sending it to overtime. But Toronto able to hold it out. They win it 2-1. Toronto will move on to play either the Edmonton Killer Bees or the Toronto Monsters in one semifinal for the Calgary Blazers. Their national championships are done for 2021. Up next, women's quarterfinal. Similar situation to this one. This is second in Division 1 playing third in Division 2 in the women's. That's the Manitoba Amazons. We'll take on the Edmonton Cherry Pickers. And we invite you to come back and join us for that one. It is scheduled for 12:15, which is 8 minutes from now. They'll do the player of the game presentations. Have time for a warm-up, and then we'll get going. We shouldn't be too far behind. Come back and join us.